Hello, Yoni Kretzmer.
Hello,
Thank
Tricia.
you for coming and for working with Artsfart on the curation of this Black Lives Matter pop-up series that's going to begin next week. And you yourself are going to perform at it with a special group, I hear. Can you tell me first about the group that you're bringing?
Yes, I'm going to be playing in a trio with bass and drums. I play tenor saxophone. Jason, the bassist, Jason Ajemian, is originally from Virginia, I think, but he's been for a long time a member of the Chicago scene. And he's got that Chicago sound to him, which I adore. I've recorded a CD with him 4 years ago, and I've been looking for an opportunity to play ever since. He was out of town, I was out of town, and finally it's worked out again. So that's really exciting. And the drummer's Kevin Shea, who I actually haven't played with much, but I always adored his playing. He plays in mostly other people do the killing. Sensational drummer. I think what's special about this trio is that there's not much pretension in it. We want to get a big sound. It's all about getting the sound out there. And it's more about having the substance and less about the form. We don't know what the form is going to be, but I think that without talking about it, all of us have a good idea of what the substance should be.
Great. What is it, in a more general sense, can you talk about the role of music and for you and how you see it in the community?
Well, personally, the role of music in my life is just about all of it. I've been doing it not for that long, but I can't imagine my life without it. I find it hard to imagine a world without it, and I find it hard to imagine any sort of community properly functioning without it. I think I've lived my whole life, I'm from Israel, in most of my life in a dysfunctioning community and a pretty much dysfunctioning state. And I think the lack of music also around, but also in people's heart, and the thought about music, the focus on music, was a great deficiency and did have the power, as corny as it might sound, to really change communities for the better. I moved to New York, and it's a place I've been following my whole life, and there should be much more music here. There should be much more music that it's made in an intent of just making music without the financial implications there. Yes, of course, there's a risk you must take, but I just wish many more people would take that risk to a bigger extent. I think the more people take that risk, the less people will have to risk anything by being musicians.
Thank you. So, what is the role then? Do you see a specific relationship? You said a relationship between a functioning society and music in a functional society, and then specifically in social issues and social justice issues.
And social justice issues. Well, I think music is basically a song that somebody has that accompanies a life. And humans don't function without a song. A song can be also seen as a prayer, it can be also seen as hope. And this hope is not something evident, it's something that needs to be sustained. And I feel that music can inspire us to sustain this hope throughout our whole life. Somebody who's hopeful, who has faith in humanity and who has faith in the future, some people might call that faith in God, the entirety of it, will be able to not only focus on his problems, and will be able to change somebody else's pain into his own pain. So in that sense, it can be a tool to achieve social justice. It opens people's minds, it opens people's hearts, and somebody else's pain, as I said, becomes your pain, and you don't even have to see it as social justice anymore. You can just see it as a method of living. Of course, that's utopian, but I think it was achieved now and then throughout history.
I agree. Okay, so that's so well spoken, actually, Yoni. Yeah, thank you. I think that's great. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks.